All right, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. Um, I I'm making this video to show how to ideally optimize your settings in this new game, Dying Light 2. Um, if you have like a decent GPU, if you have a 30 series GPU, you can actually run this fairly well. I'm running it at 5120 by 1440, which is which is 12.5% less pixels than 3840 by 2160. So it's almost 4K. It's almost 4K. And I was really surprised to see a lot of people struggling to get like 60 FPS in this game with the ray tracing on. With the settings that I have, I'm at like 90 FPS, and that's with HDR on. And that's the other thing too. I wanted to show like really ideal optimized settings for this game, and also for everyone with a Samsung Odyssey G9 or a 21 by 9 panel, and you're kind of upset because there's no actual widescreen support, and if you have an HDR panel as well, like I do, like I have a Samsung Odyssey G9 Neo, and the HDR looks really good. I was really disappointed that Techland did not incorporate HDR support with this game. I have a few links here to show you that this is flawless widescreen, and when you have flawless widescreen, you can actually, the fix is enabled. And what's really cool about this is that most fixes that I use, like I have a lot of fixes up here, like I have the Ascent Ultra Wide, I have Red Dead Redemption 2, Detroit Become Human, Fallen Order. I have a lot of fixes here that need to be started after the game starts. Some need to be started before the game starts. This one is cool because I paused the game last night in the middle of a cutscene, and I opened up went to desktop, and I realized that flawless widescreen was not running, obviously, because I had black bars, and just starting flawless widescreen while the game is running, and it immediately removed the black bars when I resumed the cutscene. Was really cool. So this removes the black bars, and this also, from what I understand, there's also like a fisheye effect if you have an ultra wide panel as well. So this alleviates the fisheye effect and removes the black bars. And then here, if you want to do HDR, here's a Special K Discord. And if you go under installers, I'm on 22.2.6. You just download this executable and install Special K, and I'll show you how to get that running. And there's another step that you can do as well if you want to be real savvy. What you can do here is go into the actual game here and put in this command here. It's skiff percentage symbol command percentage symbol, and no logos is a separate command, but that just allows you to skip the splash screens at the beginning of the game. But with this command here, because normally you'd have to go like this, right? Normally, playing the game with HDR, I'm going to pause it here because I want to make sure, I haven't recorded in a while, and I'm going to pause it right here. I'm going to make sure that that my audio is being recorded. So apologies. I'm going to pause this really quickly, and then I'm going to resume once I know that. Yeah, let's see. I haven't. I think it's Alt F9. I'm gonna pause it real quick. If I can figure out how to do it. Jeez. Where's the? Am I recording? Oh man, I really apologize here. No, not you. I haven't used GeForce Experience in a while. Oh, come on, dude. The problem is I have a different keyboard. My keyboard... Okay, I'm recording. All right, I'm going to pause it real quick. All right, so I am recording. I'm sorry. My audio is being recorded. So forgive me, I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to fire up the game. First, I'm going to give you guys like a brief overview of my overclocking settings. So this is like, this is my hot profile, right? Oh, interesting. I didn't realize I had no memory overclock here. Let me do this real quick. So I have two overclocking profiles, and they're both undervolted. So this is my ideal undervolt profile. Now bear in mind my 3090 FE is under full water block, and my load temps, as you'll see shortly, are in the low 40s. And ambient here right now is about 70. It's kind of warm. It's not warm, but it's about 75 degrees Fahrenheit ambient. But I have a lot of radiator surface area, and I have two D5 pumps in serial. So I have an overkill, not entirely overkill, but I have a sufficient cooling setup. And I'm also running liquid metal on the GPU die, so yeah. My temps are pretty good. So the thing is that you can really, I encourage everyone to both undervolt and overclock at the same time, even if you're on an air cooler, because as you'll see, there's a YouTuber who I follow. His name is Bang for Buck Gamer, and he's got a 3090, and I think he's got a 3090 Strix. And whenever I watch his videos, I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's not doing it correctly, because he has his Strix is always like at 450 watts. And he's only like at 2050, 2070 megahertz. And my card can do 2000 megahertz with 100 watts less with an undervolt. But this is my pretty much like my most ideal undervolt here, and it's this works out to being like right around 1860 megahertz core at 0.844 volt, and that works out to being around 275 watts in game. Now, if I switch between this and my other profile, right, on the fly, because I have them on hotkey, like as I'll show you in Dying Light 2, my FPS will go from like 85 to like 89. You get like a really marginal increase in performance, but you'll see that the wattage goes from like 275 to like 350. So it's like 75 more watts, I don't know, 25% more power consumption, and a whole nother 10 millivolts of voltage, because now it's 0.931 volt, and it's only 100 megahertz faster. And it's just, the point is with Ampere GA102, there's a point after which you get declining returns in performance beyond a certain point. It's a power efficiency curve, and beyond, I want to say 1900 megahertz, it's just all downhill from there. Like if you run like a 3090 at 2100 megahertz, you would think that would translate to a 10% performance increase over 1900 megahertz, because it's a 200 megahertz difference, right? That's not the case. You might see 5%. It's really bizarre. I don't understand it fully, but that's been my experience. But I'll show you. I want to start the game again, but I'm worried that there's an autosave system, and I'm worried I'm going to undo all my progress, because I want to show you most gameplay performance videos I've seen. It's the beginning of this game, and the beginning of this game is notoriously demanding. There's a lot of foliage going on and whatnot, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to enable HDR. So I have this on hotkey as well. We're going to enable HDR. Actually, my hotkeys do not work because GeForce Experience is on, so I have to actually go like this. That's one weird thing too with GeForce Experience. I noticed that all my hotkeys do not work when it's enabled. And this is one reason why I just haven't been using it. But I felt compelled to make this video because I see a lot of people. I saw this game too, and before I picked it up, I was like, geez, what's my performance going to be like in this game? And I just can't believe, in that beginning section that's notoriously demanding, I should show you the actual video. Actually, let me show you the video. I'm going to show you the video. And I'm going to show you these are the best settings here. This is a really good video. I'm going to put a link to this in the description below. He's by Matthew Couch. Let's see if I can find him here. Matthew's Couch. And he's got a really good video here. And at the very end here, he's got these are the most optimized settings here. So you got optimized RT, low reflections, low flog, I'm sorry, low fog, RTX shadows, and DLS performance. So I'm using RTGI, RTAO. I'll show you the settings, but these are the best settings right here. These are the most ideal settings, and to my eyes, even with my glasses on, there is a difference. It's very subtle between DLSS performance and DLSS quality. In my opinion, it's not worth the performance sacrifice, because for me it's like 20 FPS. And there is a difference, but I noticed with this game there's something really weird with this game. Even if I put DLSS to quality, and even if I completely disable DLSS, there's something off with this game, and it feels like it's chromatic aberration or something, where everything, especially the trees, are incredibly blurry. And there's this other effect that I noticed as well, that when you walk, when you move, there's like a blurriness that's introduced. So I've already installed Special K. Like if you don't enter that command line, starting a game just pretty much goes like this. You oh, hold on, I need to turn my my CPU up to 5.1 gigahertz. This is a 12900K, and I can't do this with hotkey like I normally can because I got GeForce Experience running. So choose a power plan, high performance, okay, and so we're gonna start this off. I'm gonna leave it actually. Geez, I wonder if my GPU hotkeys will even work. Okay, they still work. Good. So I'm gonna just show you how it runs. Just that. Actually, I'll show you. I'll go ahead and show you. I'll show you how it runs at 2,000 megahertz, just to give you an idea of performance. So baseline here, I'm at 30 degrees Celsius, right? My water temp. I don't know my water temp. We can go ahead and we can go ahead and pull up telemetry here and give you guys an idea what I'm working with. So yeah. Anyhow, I reset that so we can look at that afterwards. HDR is enabled. I'm going to start the game. So Special K is going to start automatically. Normally, otherwise, if you don't enter that command line into the launch options in Steam, you'd have to go like this, and then you want to go like this, and then you want to start the service, and it'll start, and then you start the game. But I already have it enabled. So we're going to start this up, and I'm going to see if I can't actually, what, did I double click it on accident? That was weird. See, there you go. Special K starts automatically, and I'm going to see if I can't start a new game without writing over my previous save on my current game. I don't know if this is even possible. And this doesn't need to be maximized. Don't know why it's having a brain fart here. What's going on? Oh, what is the problem? Why are you taking forever to fucking start? Is it Ubisoft? What is the fucking deal, dude? Oh, Jesus Christ. No idea why it doesn't want to start now. Stop. Stop the fucking game. Don't know. Don't know what's going on. I'll try one more time. Okay, now it wants to start. Kind of buggy sometimes. And it's not starting in full screen mode. Oh, Lord. Okay, there we go. Full screen. Let's see. I'm going to turn the volume down. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to show you guys, if you guys do install Special K for HDR, I'm going to show you how to calibrate properly. Especially if you have a Samsung Odyssey G9 Neo. Let's see if I can go do a new game without it overwriting. Oh shit, I wonder. You know what? I need to continue, and then I'm going to continue and save and do a manual save. It'll give you an idea what my performance looks like in the city anyways. I need to do a manual save so I don't override my save. with the new game because this autosave feature. So let me I'm going to pull up the special K menu, and that's Control Shift Backspace once the game starts, and I'll give you a brief overview. So we're indoors here, right? Yeah, 111 FPS. You can see there 350 watts, basically nearly 2,000 megahertz. And to my eyes, there's no difference. This is settings, options, video. So 5120 by 1440, VSync off, window borderless. After running window borderless to get Special K to work, DLSS performance, and then we're going to go to the advanced options, yes, and async. I don't even know what this does, but yeah. So D3D DX12 Ultimate. I run Blessed in FOV. I find that even at this aspect ratio, that 100 is just kind of like it's not enough. You're very zoomed in. Aliasing, I run high. Weird. Okay. Motion blur low. This is one of the settings that really eats a lot of performance and without hardly any benefit. Sun shadows, ray trace soft shadows, looks really good. Contact shadow is very high. There's no RT for this. AO, I'm running the RTAO, and I'm running RTGI. Reflections, low. This is another setting that, like, you get it doesn't. The difference between low and high is almost non-existent, and there's a huge performance difference. RT flashlight's worthless. Fog quality. This one's interesting. Fog quality, as Matthew's Couch points out, low actually looks better than medium, and it comes with less of a performance hit. So, those are the settings. You can see I have a lot of telemetry on screen here. I have both the GeForce, and I have the... okay. There seems like there's some hitching that was not present. Wow, that looks really good. So here we go. Yeah, 90 FPS, right? Let me show you... Let me show you real quick. I'm gonna down clock, so I'm not cooking my GPU while I'm showing this. So I'm gonna drop it down to my pedestrian overclock while I'm showing you this. So bring up Special K menu is Control Shift Backspace, and then you're gonna go HDR, right? HDR setup, and these are the settings I'm running. Geez, can I move this menu? It doesn't want to let me move it. Oh man, you can't even hardly see that either. Oh, how the fuck do I move this widget? Hold on. Let me see if I can manipulate it this way. So widgets, HDR. Oh, it doesn't want to let me move it. Oh, that sucks. I need to get a dark screen. Great. Hold on. Let me go over here so you guys can actually see what the hell I'm doing here. So, oh, and it doesn't help that it's like overlaid over the GeForce. Let me see if I can't. Geez, what was it? It was Alt Z. Alt Z. I'm gonna turn off the performance metric. Oh, I don't have control over my mouse. Okay, performance. Geez, I have no mouse here. I can't turn off their performance. Anyhow, you don't need to see the stuff to the very right. You don't need to see. The main settings you got to worry about here are you want to bypass sRGB gamma, right? Because otherwise it looks like that. It looks too dark. And then this setting here is the other most important one. You just want to do pass-through. ACES kind of like... ACES, you have crushing blacks and you have blinding whites. And then it also desaturates the image. So you just want to go pass-through. And then gamma is subjective. I just keep it at 1, which is where it's at. And this bit here, I don't fully understand what this is, but if I select 10-bit quantization, it could be placebo. but it does look like it's doing something, but not. It's HDR visualization. HDR visualization. I don't even know what that does. These are the settings I use. But yeah, HDR. Yeah, so one big complaint with this game is there's no HDR, there's no proper ultra wide support, and the game runs like crap. You're running it at 50, 60 FPS. You can see here, it's running fine. So let me close this out. Okay, turn off the widget. Okay, turn off the widget and close this out. Those are the HDR settings. And of course, you need to run it in. Oh, I've lost the use of my mouse. Did my mouse die? What the heck? Whoa. There we go. That was weird. Weird. Now, as you can see, this is with a 3090 FE, and even at 1600 megahertz. Okay, at 1600 megahertz. Actually, I'm gonna save the game real quick. Is there an option to save the game? Oh fuck. Don't know. I hope I don't overwrite my game by starting a new game. That's gonna fucking suck. Maybe I should go into that folder and like move the save file. You can see here. You know what? I'm not doing this game justice. Let's get some height here. This game looks so good with the HDR. They did such a good job with this. Like, just oh my god, it looks so amazing. The this is not doing it justice. Last night it was just eye-meltingly good looking, and I guess the time of day has shifted a little bit, and it's not as good as it looked yesterday. You can see, dude, I'm running at 1590 megahertz, 1600 megahertz, and the 3090, and I'm at 75 FPS here. I just wanted to show you guys how you get declining returns running this card. Look, that's 227 watts, 230 watts. So bear in mind, this is almost 4K. 5120 by 1440 is only 12.5% less pixels than 4K. So it's basically I'm running this at 4K at 75 FPS with a 3090 at 1600 watts, or 1600 megahertz. Now, this looks like a sufficiently demanding scene. Actually, I want to tank the FPS a little bit. I want to get it demanding. There we go, 78. That's fine. That looks mostly demanding. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch to the profile where it's this profile here. This MSI Afterburner GPU profile is actually the one I use to mine with. This is one I use to mine NiceHash with. So you can actually game with it like this. But I'm gonna I'll show you the difference. We're gonna switch to this one. Now it's nearly 300 megahertz more. You see the performance difference? It went from, what was it, 78 to 93, so I picked up 15 FPS, right? Picked up 15 FPS, I'm running it at 300 megahertz more. Now, 93, right? Here's what 2000 megahertz looks like at 350 watts. So another 75 watts. What kind of performance am I going to get? Watch this. It's going to go from 92, 93... to 97. So I pick up 4 FPS, and now my GPU's running. It went from 280 watts to 342, so 65 watts or so, and I literally only picked up 4 FPS. So I just run it here. I mean, unless I need every, because it's. Oh, and the number I'm talking about. If you're wondering what I'm referring to, is there's telemetry in the lower right hand corner. You probably already figured that out. But right under the GPU there, where it says GPU, that 56 degrees, that's my memory T-junction. And that's just with the 3090 FE water block by EK, their special edition water block. So there's not actually active cooling. That's air cooling, believe it or not. So my memory junction is really good. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep it back to this one. So 97 FPS. Let's see what 1860 looks like. Yeah, 4 FPS difference. And like fucking 80 watt difference. So I usually just run this profile here. I just wanted to show you, because I mean this guy bang for buck gamer, and if you're listening, bang for buck man, your content's awesome and I love your content. But I think that your approach to overclocking, you're just flogging your GPU, dude. And 450 watts. I don't know if it's needless. I highly recommend there's ample undervolting guides out there. I recommend undervolting, dude. You're not getting that much more performance running your GPU at because I just looked at your most recent video and you're at. So here, I'll give you a comparison of what you're doing. Okay. Here's basically 2,000 megahertz. Okay, I'm at 2,000 megahertz. Okay, 345 watts. Now I watched your recent optimization video. You're at 2070 megahertz, so you're like at another 70 megahertz on the core, right? But you're at 450 watts. You're at like a whole nother fucking 100 watts. But your performance isn't actually. I tried to show you your performance isn't that good. You're at like 60 FPS in this same area, fighting 3 people, right? I just showed you my settings. I'll switch it here. I will run. We'll put DLSS on quality. I think you had DLSS on quality. Right? No, not FSR. I'll put it on quality. This is why I don't run quality. Well, this is the news of this is what you were doing. You were at 67 FPS. You were like, yeah, the same area. And the only reason why I'm getting a little bit more FPS is because it's that 12% resolution difference. Because the other settings aren't impacting the scene here. Nothing's really casting reflections here. Because the other setting is you had reflections on high, and there's no fog. So I have basically identical settings to you, and you're probably getting a little bit more performance with another 70 megahertz, but it's probably the same. I just showed you the difference between 1860 and 2000. So, to my eyes, I'm looking at this right here, and it still looks blurry. Like the recording quality, I have it at 90 in GeForce Experience, the 90 megabits a second or whatever it is. These files are quite big, so this is like, this still looks like crap. I mean, it looks blurry. I don't know why this game is so blurry. And let me show you. This looks blurry, right? Now, if I put it to native, it still looks blurry. Let's go to native. So we're gonna go. No, none of this shit. How do I go off? No upscaling. Watch. Yeah. Good luck. Look at this. It still looks blurry. I'm gonna reduce overclock. I don't need this. Look at this. Like, that's not crisp. Oh fuck. Not good. I don't know how people can play this on console. This feels like shit at 43 FPS. At 40 FPS. I'm so glad I have a PC. But it still looks blurry. I mean, let's look at the writing on the sign. Yeah, right. So, okay, we'll use that as a reference because I mean everything else looks like shit. All the foliage is blurry, and there's this weird blurriness that's introduced when you move in the game world. But I'm gonna go back to quality. Right. Let's see if there's a difference. DLSS quality. No, quality. There we go. So we're gonna go from 40 FPS probably up to 60, 65. Now. That looks good. In fact, I might have to say that actually looks better. I don't know what kind of magic they do, but that actually looks better than native. But all this here looks blurry. It's like I was trying to explain. It's almost like they have chromatic aberration or something that you can't disable. And then you have their lens flares, which do have a really nice effect. I have to say, it's very nice artistic presentation here. I really like the way this looks, but that just adds to the blurriness of the image. And then all this here looks like blurry. It doesn't look good. So let's look at this, okay? I'm gonna go from quality to performance, and let's see if there's a. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna get my glasses. I have good vision to begin with, but I'm gonna put my glasses on. I'm gonna go from. There we go. Let's look at the performance difference. Dude, I don't see any fucking difference. None. No difference. And I'm at 90 FPS. Now, this is really interesting because This looks, to my eyes, even with glasses on, almost, this looks like native. This looks like native, but you have double FPS. Remember, we were just here and we were at 40, 45 FPS. You're double the FPS here. I kind of want to show you... Let's go around and just look at the RT. RT looks so good in this game. I kind of want to show you... I want to see if reflections... If this does anything to reflections right here. So I'm going to actually put on reflections at 91. And this is another useless setting. The reflections. The RTGI reflections. We're going to go... There we go. Where was it? Sunshine... Reflections. Let's go ray trace. Let's see what this. Let's see if there's a difference. 90 FPS. Oh, that's not a big difference. Shit. I'm still getting 82. Oh wow. Ooh. Wow. I might actually run reflections. There is a difference here that I wasn't entirely anticipating. There is a little subtle difference here in the in these vents here. Digital Foundry pointed this out. Digital Foundry has a good optimization video. They pointed out that there's actually a difference in the way cars look. So it's not just the glass on the vehicles and the glass in the buildings. There's actually a difference. Are there any cars over there? So these are some reflections here, right? So I'm still at 81 FPS, which is interesting. Oh, why didn't you not grab one of the monkey bars? I guess you only can go that way.
If I remember right, Grandma used to add a few cannibals.
And I'm not doing this game justice. Yesterday, the time of day was different, and man, it was like closer to noon, like 11 o'clock in the morning, and the RT here was just looked really amazing. It looked absolutely amazing. But it's getting dark, so I guess we're gonna have to head back. Yeah. So actually, I'm gonna see if I can't. Hold on. I'm gonna. I hope it doesn't save over. Let's see what it says. I hope it doesn't fucking... Oh, shit. Is that a save thing? I hope when I come back to continue... Oh, no. I hope I just didn't overwrite my fucking save file. Oh, God. I mean, I'm not that far in the game, but I hope I didn't just overwrite my fucking save file. Here. Actually, I'm gonna turn off... I'm gonna run the optimized settings, so I'm gonna turn off reflections... to show you what I would get here with optimized. Dude, I hope I didn't just fucking put this on low. So here's the settings one more time. D3, D12 Ultimate. I have RTGI, and so sun shadow quality is ray traced. AO and global illumination is all ray traced. And then the game itself is 5120 by 1440 DLSS performance. No RT flashlight. Fog quality low, reflection quality low. These are the best settings. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run the 2000 megahertz setting here. Watch this, and enjoy the intro cutscene with no black bars.
You still got it.
You know, this game used to be more fun.
You used to be younger.
And dumber.
What matters is you're still just as fast. Because a slow pilgrim
Yeah, a
is a
dead pilgrim. Yeah, I know.
Get up here. I want to show you something.
All right, I'm afraid to go any further because I'm afraid that it's gonna. You know, I probably fucked up already. I probably should have backed up my save file because I'm afraid it's going to. I hope it didn't fucking overwrite my progress. Usually a game will tell you, they'll warn you that you're going to overwrite your save, and I just don't know if they forgot to do that because it's a new game. I hope I didn't overwrite my save. I wasn't very far into the game, anyways. I just got it yesterday, but here I am. Yeah, 75, 80 FPS, right? Now, I remember seeing this, and people were fucking like at 55 FPS. Actually, Bang for Buck Gamer was at 45, 50 FPS here, without the optimized settings, with I think DLSS on the quality at 4K. So it's so much smoother just turning DLSS to performance and just making those other sacrifices, and you don't like the game doesn't look that much different. I can go in between the DLSS modes, and I'll show you right here. Like, look, say you see the background here? It looks blurry, right? Looks blurry. Doesn't matter even if you fucking turn this to quality, it still looks like shit. This is the point I'm trying to make. It just still looks like shit. This is quality, right? Still looks blurry, and I lost, I don't know, 15, 20 FPS. Still looks blurry. To show you that the game is really blurry, we'll even go down to, again, I'll do this one more time. We're going to go to native. No upscaling. So this is going to remove DLSS altogether from the picture. Still looks fucking blurry. Like, I don't... It's almost like, what is that? Is that chromatic aberration? Why is there this weird blur effect that's added to the game unnecessarily? I hate when games do this. You know? Up close. Right here, look. Let's look at these textures. And look, I'm at 40 FPS. No DLSS. I'm so glad I have a 30 series card. I can't imagine trying to run this game with a 1080 Ti. Wouldn't be able to do it. At least not with RT on. You have to turn ray tracing off, and then the game looks completely different with ray tracing off. Oh, and that's another thing I have to say. The reason why I bought this game, I just couldn't believe how good the ray tracing is in this game. In my opinion, the ray tracing in this game is the best implementation of ray tracing I've seen to date. They've done such a good job. There's been so many videos on this. I think Digital Foundry has a good video, and there's someone else has a really good video on YouTube. The difference between ray trace and non-ray trace is just, it's stark. It looks like a completely different game. The lighting looks completely fake. It looks completely... Once you see ray tracing in this game, like I just played Assassin's Creed Odyssey this morning, and I ran around in Athens because I wanted to see if my CPU upgrade improved my performance over 8700K. And once you learn how to spot fake lighting, you see it everywhere. It's like... But anyways, it still looks like shit. Look, so there's native. There's quality. If anything, it looks better. Look at that performance difference. Jesus Christ. From 40 to 65 to 64. So over 50% improvement with DLSS. And then the performance. I don't see a difference. I have glasses on. I do not see a fucking difference at all between DLSS quality and performance and native. There's, to my eyes, at this render resolution, which is basically a 1440p vertical, there's no fucking difference. Massive performance difference, though. Look at that. From 65 to 88. It's a huge performance difference. These are my optimized settings. I'm going to close out the game, give you some parting thoughts. Actually, dude, yeah. I hope I did not... Ooh, I hope I didn't fucking overwrite my save. Oh, no, it's doing this bullshit. Let's go. Let's hit... Oh, thank God. Thank God. I can load the old game. Okay, good. Great game. Great game. Really good game. Yeah, so far I'm happy with this game. Give you some parting thoughts. Yeah, so that's how you do it. And I'm going to provide the links below. Flawless widescreen is how you accomplish the black bar removal and the removal of the fisheye effect. This is Special K 22.2.6. I actually became a Patreon supporter because Special K is awesome. This isn't the only game that I'm using Special K to implement HDR. Another good game is The Ascent. So if you end up getting this Special K, go ahead and if you have The Ascent, do the same thing. So you basically go to Properties, right, and just add this command, skiff percentage point command percentage point, and that's going to open Special K. And then if you have no logos, put no logos afterwards. If you have no logos before this, it'll produce an error. And the Ascent looks awesome. Here, let me show you. The Ascent looks really good. So starting the Ascent goes like this. I go play, and then I wait till it starts, and then I go the Ascent ultra wide. So it opens that up, and then once you're in game, you press F9. And I'll show you what the game looks like without the fix. It's crazy. This game's got a little bit of tweaking though. Oh, this is another great game. To show you. This game here is an example of ray tracing that's like not executed well. That's how the game ships. Isn't this fucking crazy? The developers expect us to play the game like this. If you get this game and you're at ultra wide, look at this. The fuck is this? So with the fix, here's what it looks like with the fix, right? But RT in this game is garbage. Let me show you. Lower right hand corner. This is another great example. I'm at 376 watts, 2000 megahertz, right? With the undervolt, 0.931 volt, and at 138 FPS. Now if I switch to my cooler running overclocking profile, I only lost 6 FPS. It went from 138 to like 132. And I'm running at 70 watts less. So that's why I never... the point I'm trying to make is that GA102, you're already well beyond the power efficiency curve over 1900 megahertz. So, flogging your GPU and running it at 2100 megahertz, with like fucking 1.061 volt, which is the highest that FE goes, and I know the aftermarket cards go higher, but you're unnecessarily flogging your GPU, and you're just producing a bunch of waste heat. You're not getting that much performance. Oh shit. Trying to figure out how to build the grenades. I guess I don't have a grenade. Alright, the HDR settings for this game are a little bit different though. Let me, I'll pause it real quick. So HDR setting for this game, you want to go, you want to have You do not want to bypass sRGB gamma. If you do that, it doesn't look correct. It looks like this. So do not, with this game, do not bypass sRGB gamma. With Dying Light 2, you do bypass sRGB gamma. And for me, personal preference, Samsung Odyssey G9 Neo, I run 1.2, right about there, 1.2 HDR gamma. And of course, pass-through looks better than Asus, in my opinion. Oh, Asus looks good too, though. Shit. I wonder if I run Asus on this one. Oh, Asus might look good. This is pass-through. Your pass-through or Asus is just subjective. It's whatever you like better. So that's it for the settings here, and I'm gonna close this out. So, oh, actually no. Let me show you what the performance it is. What do you get with turning HDR on? So I'm making 138 FPS here, right? And let's see. Here's my settings. Ultra, everything ultra, DX12. I'm at 5120 by 1440, right? Borderless. You have to run borderless for Special K. And then if I turn RT on, we're gonna go from 138 probably down to fucking 60. What is the difference here? Yeah, 60. So it halved my FPS. I can see right away. Where are the reflections? This right here next to the player. What, this duck sign? Yeah, duck sign looks great. My FPS is 57 FPS. It doesn't look so good. So this is an example of this is a great game to contrast with Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 has like a really, in my opinion, to date, the best implementation of ray tracing. The RTGI in that game is mind-blowing. The gameplay you just saw is nothing. There's sections that with different times of day, it looks so good that it's really worth it. I mean, I see this here. I see under the lamp there's a reflection there, right? I don't see the shadows, and the problem too is that it's going to affect your performance in game. Okay, this is not worth having on. Forget it. What difference here? Let's see what. Okay, so over here, these little jet rider or these little speed rider hovercraft bikes. You can see the tail lights, right? I'm at 55 FPS. Forget it. This is not worth it. And this is very poor implementation of. It's cool that they added it, right? Then you know, at least it's an option, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and it's not worth the performance hit. And that's with DLSS and the quality. In this game, it varies. It's title dependent. These settings, the settings that I went over in Dying Light 2. Sorry for the stuttering. It's situational. It's title dependent. Like in some games, DLS quality does look better than performance. Like here, it does look better than performance. If I set this to performance, right? Great. My FPS is going to go to 170, but it doesn't look as clear, right? Yeah, 163. But I see, like, especially with the shadow, if you look at my character's shadow, right below my character, there's like some weird kind of like pattern going on there. And this is like, DLSS is notorious for this kind of artifacting with shadows and stuff. And it just doesn't look as good. But it still looks good. But I would rather give up 30 FPS and have it look sharper. Because there is a difference in this game with DLSS. So, quality, right? Now, in my opinion, that does look better. The artifacting, while still there, looks a little bit better. But to be honest with you, man, it's hard for my eyes to spot the difference between performance and quality even in this game, although this does look sharper. And the only reason why I keep it at quality is because I'm still running the game at 131 FPS with DLSS. So I have performance to spare. DLSS is fucking mind-blowing. Let's see what kind of performance I have with DLSS disabled. Off. 90. So you get like a 50% performance uplift with DLSS. And that's at quality. If I run it at 160, it's almost double the performance. If I run DLSS at on performance mode, it's double the frame rate. Okay, that's good. Anyhow, I think that's gonna do it. So hopefully I showed you how to run this game. You know what? I'm gonna provide a link for the fix, for the ultra wide fix for this game as well. So this is gonna be like a dual kind of RT feature review and basically fix for all you ultra wide users, especially all my homie Samsung Odyssey G9 and G9 Neo lovers out there. Love this panel. The HDR on this panel looks amazing. It's basically like full array local dimming, but it's, you got that curvature. Love this panel. I'm gonna turn this off. All right. That is it for this game, or that's it for this video. I think that is gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully this is helpful to you guys trying to run either of these games in ultra wide. But particularly so, hopefully the optimization video helps those struggling with performance. As you could see, I was at 80 FPS in the beginning of the game at nearly 4K with these optimized settings. So in my opinion, that's very impressive. But that's going to do it for this video. I will provide the links. So you have, again, it's going to be this one here. This is going to be the Special K 22.2.6. And I'm going to provide a link here. This is their Discord. And this is just flawless widescreen. Many of you guys probably already have this. And in terms of, let's see, PC Gaming Wiki, we're going to go the Ascent. So for their fix here, there is a tool, and I will provide a link for this as well. And by Rose. So some of these downloads, these executable files, are going to give you a false positive. I can vouch for Rose. Rose is legit, and I've donated to Rose. Rose has a lot of fixes. I've used a lot of their fixes. So if you get a false positive, there's no virus here. There's no virus. I highly recommend donating to this person, because if it wasn't for this person, man, so many of my games, the fixes are by this person. So Fallen Order, same person. I have so many other games that come to mind that aren't on here. I think this one as well. Red Dead Redemption 2, this is also Rose, and they all work the same way. You have to start the game first, and then you start. Oh, and then all these fixes here are actually from Rose. Every single one of these. The Ascent, Red Dead Redemption 2, Detroit Become Human. And one thing you notice about Rose is that they all have this kind of cool purple kind of color to the fix, and I just pinned that to my start menu. If you want to have a glance at my telemetry, what my components look like, this is around 75 degrees Fahrenheit ambient. That's what telemetry looks like. We hit, what did we hit? We hit 76 degrees on one core. It's 5.1 gigahertz actual, 0 AVX across all performance cores. The efficiency cores are disabled. Give you guys an idea what my performance looks like in game. Oh, wrong one. Let me go over here. Where you mark? Yeah. This is what my performance looks like in game. Hopefully I'm logged in here. I gotta sign in. Okay. I was just stress testing here. I was stress testing Port Royal, and I terminated the stress test early. It wasn't like it didn't pass. This is an example of what that overclock profile you just saw with the 2000 megahertz. Here, 1980 megahertz. So it drops. It'll dip down to 1980. Average temperature 40 degrees. So the ambient was really good that day. I think this was over the winter. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting 21,000 GPU, right? That's really good. That's really good, because you got to remember, I'm limited to 4,000 watt. Look at that CPU score though. Man, the CPU is so much faster than 8700K. 50% improvement in CPU in single core speed over 8700K at the same frequency. I'm so blown away with this. Really good upgrade. Yeah, that's it. I will provide a link for all these fixes. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this is helpful to some of you guys out there struggling. Let's see what the GPU did. GPU max was, we hit 49.5 degrees on the core max. Memory junction hit 62 degrees max. Max power, at one point we sucked down 393 watts. Max clocks 2010. So the whole point of this, what I wanted to show you here, this is my 2080 Ti because I mine with nice hash if I'm not gaming, if I need to heat my apartment. The whole point of this video was to show you, if you guys have a 30 series GPU, particularly a 3080 or 3090, you really ought to be underclocking the GPU. There's very little performance to be had flogging your card to the absolute limit, you know, running extra voltage, running it at 450, 500 watts. You're not getting, again, it doesn't scale linearly. So beyond 1900 megahertz and like 300 watts, if you run that card with an additional 25% power, you know, like say you run it at 400 watts versus 300 watts, that doesn't correspond to a 25% increase in performance. It's like it just, you get declining returns. It's a power and efficiency curve with GA102. Once you go beyond, like I said, the sweet spot with this card is like 1900 megahertz and 300 watts. That's why if you look, I think the card comes with the 100% TDP for FE is 300 watts. So some good settings for what is it? Nvidia control panel settings. I just keep it on high performance. If you're getting crashes, 95% of that. 95% chance that the reason why you're getting a display driver failure is because your power management mode is set to normal or adaptive or whatever the hell. That's a big difference. I always turn low latency to ultra. G-Sync, of course. So here's my system information. Yeah, I'm on 51165, clean installed. I got 3090 and 2080 Ti. Resizable bar is enabled, Windows 10. Okay. That's pretty much it for this this video. Hopefully this is helpful to some of you guys. I'm really pleasantly surprised that I'm running this game at 90 FPS. Because watching the videos and watching people get like 45, 50, you know, FPS was very concerning. I was worried like oh, you know what? Let me show you guys the showcase videos that I can recommend. Man, these are really, really good. Let me show you. Dying Light RT. The RT in this game is fucking amazing. Dying Light ray tracing. Yeah, the ray tracing, just to give you a comparison, this is, honestly, it sounds really, like, lame, but, like, although I enjoyed the prequel, where is the ray tracing video? Let's see. Watch later. Oh yeah, a lot of fake pandemic stuff. Where is it? Let me see history. History. Geez, there was a good one. I don't know what happened to it. Dying Light. Comparison. Let's see. It should pop up here. Is this? Oh, here it is. Ray Tracing Revolution. Look at the difference here, man. Oh, I guess the reflections do work. Oh, wow. Wow. That's the first time I've seen anybody do that. This must be a different video, because the video I saw earlier was, I think using more static scenes. Look at the fucking difference there. Jesus Christ. Look at the fake lighting just... Look at that difference! Oh my lord! It's like a completely different game. This is ray tracing's tech demo, definitive tech demo. Absolutely definitive tech demo. It looks so good with RT on. Good lord! It's like night and day fucking difference. Look at the fake lighting. Fake lighting cannot compete at all. Oh my god. So many good examples here. Wow! Wow. Wow, dude. You can see like the light is really coming from outside the window. It's so good. Wow. Oh yeah, there's the RTAO. Jesus Christ. Night and day difference. Literally night and day difference. I'm actually going to keep reflections on. Because it does have a difference. There is a difference with reflections. And I'm still running at 80 FPS. With reflections on, as you guys just saw.
Good to see you, Spike. How long has it been?
Far too long. But don't get all mushy on me now. Come, I want to show you something.
Not that stark of a difference there, in my opinion. I don't really see a difference at night. And I know there's a difference, but it's hard to spot. Light from flashlight bounces. Oh, occlusion under furniture, okay. Yeah, at night it's harder to spot. The fake lighting looks pretty good. The fake lighting looks mostly acceptable at night. In my opinion, the biggest difference is the global illumination. Oh, wow. Look at that, dude. Good lord. Dude, it looks so good with ray tracing. It's like... And this is why I got the game. I paid full price because, like, I enjoyed the first one, and I wanted to support Techland because they're kind of like indie developer. And the game is mostly bug-free for the most part. Oh wow! But this was it for me. Having a PC that can push RT at an acceptable frame rate was like, no, I'm getting this game right now. And I usually rule of thumb for me is I don't buy games at full price. I always wait till like half off. Like I got Cyberpunk 2077 for like $30. And I've yet to play it. I got too many other games on the backlog. But this game I bought at full price, and I started playing it immediately. And the reason why I started playing it immediately is because I wanted to explore these environments and look at how... Look at that! Oh my god! The ray tracing is so well done in this game. This is proper... They get kudos, man. Kudos to Techland. This is proper ray tracing implementation. In my opinion, this is the best implementation of ray tracing I've seen to date. Like, when you turn it on, it's a profound difference. In a lot of other games, like, there's no difference. Like I just showed you, like the Ascent, there's no fucking difference. Where's the difference? You have some reflections you have to look for, and they still look screwed up. Like, for whatever reason in the Ascent, it looks like the ray trace reflections are still, like, fighting with screen space reflections. It's weird. Look at that. Oh my god. Wow. It looks like a different game. It looks like it goes from previous gen to next gen. That one's not so big of a difference. Oh yeah, you can see the fake lighting there. Oh yeah, that is a big difference actually. My God. I'm going to provide a link to this video too, so you guys can compare and probably get a better resolution version of it. Can I watch it without the bar? Oh yeah, I'm turning reflections on. I'm going to keep reflections on. That does look good. Oh, wow. Big difference with the reflections there. That's a good example of reflections. This has got everything in it. I didn't notice a difference here. Someone else did a good job showing... Okay, ray tracing off. What? It still looks like shit. There's something off there. So, this right here is what... I noticed what's going on here. So, we just played the Ascent... And this is what the problem with the Ascent is. The Ascent has screen space reflections occupying the same space as the ray trace reflections, and there's a conflict. It's like the same thing. This right here is screen space and RT at the same time, and it creates this bullshit here. That's exactly what the Ascent was doing. They need to fix that. It looks good. Oh yeah, that looks good, but not dark environments and nighttime. That doesn't really show that big of a difference. I noticed with the RT. Still looks good though. The light coming in from the windows is really noticeable, and the dark areas look good. Ooh, wow, huge difference. Wow. Oh, I'm definitely keeping ray trace reflections on. Wow. No, fake lighting looks like crap. Not that big of a difference, to be honest. At night, you can't really see that. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference, but you gotta look for it. Oh, wow. The shadows look much more realistic with the RT on. Wow, I'm starting to appreciate those RT shadows more. From the trees. Wow. All right, I'll let you finish the rest of it on your own. One last one. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish the rest of it on your own because this is already going to be a massive video to upload to YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps some of you guys out. I'm going to have all these links and all these videos in the show notes below. Yeah, man. You can most definitely run this game at... if I'm getting away with 80, 90 FPS and I'm nearly at 4K, then you guys at 4K should be able to do it. And hopefully, all you guys complaining about HDR support and ultra-wide, these fixes are going to help you guys too. So thank you for watching. That's going to conclude this this video, if I can figure out how to turn it off. Man, was it Alt-Z? Alt-Z. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.